Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Rebecca again with another quick video. Today I'm going to be talking about a couple that I've had for a while and sold them. I found them out or discovered them a long time ago, and they were some of my favorites. Sold them a while back to make room on the shelf for some new stuff, and just now picked them up again within the last month, I think. But I've been going through them really fast, so I've been using them quite a bit, and they are compliment getters. So. Before I start, I wanted to apologize for my last video. Super grainy, super. The audio sucked. I just got a new laptop and I just downloaded a bunch of new drivers and did some adjustments on the audio. So it might still kind of sound bad now, but I did a test and it sounds a lot better than this should sound a lot better than the last one, and hopefully the next one will sound better than this one. So it's just sort of a trial and error. So please forgive me for the bad audio or whatever. But today I'm going to talk about a couple of my favorites right now. It's funny how this whole fragrance journey thing works. Like I started off with the cheapies, and then moved my way to the designers, and then moved my way to niche, all the stuff that's really hard to find. And there's still quite a few niche that niche that I haven't tried yet, that I still need to get my nose on. But I find myself going back to designers. I don't know if it's a money thing or if it's I'm sort of getting bored with some of the niche that I have, or maybe I just haven't had an opportunity to get my nose on some of the new stuff or whatever. So I just find myself kind of going back full circle, sort of, and revisiting some fragrances that I used to like back in the day, and I pretty much forgot how much I liked them. I really did because whenever I sort of went back to them, I really I really forgot what they smelled like, and I really fell back in love with them again. So today I'm going to be talking about two of my favorites. They're from the same house. They're almost the same fragrance. They're different, obviously, but I consider one a day version and the other one a night version, and that would be L'Homme by Yves Saint Laurent, YSL L'Homme to some of you guys, and La Nuit de l'Homme, which means that this is the man and this is Night of the Man. So I consider this one. I mean, it just looks. If you look at the juice, it just looks. This is a daytime fragrance. This is a nighttime fragrance. It's pretty simple. One's light and the other one's dark. So to get things started, I'll tell you about kind of like what the notes are and who the noses and stuff are. Released in 2006. And I believe both of them might have been released around 2006. I didn't really see a year for La Nuit, so I'll just go off of that. But the nose behind the nose is there's actually three perfumiers behind this one is Anne Filippo, Pierre Wargny. Forgive me if I'm pronouncing that wrong, and Dominique Rapillon. And Dominique Rapillon is pretty popular guy. He's helped produce or has produced some of the most popular fragrances around. Some of my favorites are like What We Do in Paris is Secret, Costume National Homme. He works also with the House of Frederick Mall, the Burberry House, and the Paco Rabanne House. And those are some pretty heavy hitter names in the designer and niche market. So the guy knows what he's doing, and I'm a fan of his work. So wasn't surprised that he actually him and some other two other noses compose these fragrances. So we'll start with L'Homme, which I consider this the day version. Top notes of this are ginger, bergamot, lemon. Mid notes are spices, white pepper, basil, violet, leaf. The base we have tonka, vetiver, and cedar. Um, so yeah, we'll start with this one here real quick. To me, it's just a very, very sweet, almost like a creamy citrus, sort of a like a it's almost a little floral, woody, sweet. It's really nice. I have a friend of mine who loves this one. She actually wears it herself, but every time she wears every time she smells it on someone, she goes absolutely insane, and she talks about how much she loves this fragrance and how she just wishes more guys would wear it and this and that. How nobody knows about it. But she actually has a little decant herself, and she wears it like to spray it on her pillow. I don't know if it reminds her of somebody or not, but I wore some samples and she just goes crazy. And I think it's hilarious because I mean it's literally she goes crazy. She starts like just doesn't care if people are around. We could be in a restaurant. And she pulls a Meg Ryan from When Harry Met Sally, just right in the middle of everybody. So it's pretty funny. But that alone tells me that this is that the ladies like this fragrance. I've had compliments on this one before, um, and it's really nice. The only problem is it just doesn't last very long. It's they came out with I think a Eau de Parfum or an extreme or intense version of this one. Smelled nothing like this one. I don't know what they're doing at that house, but why give it the same name and then you're gonna call it intense or whatever it was, or Parfum I think is what it was, and it was like an orange looking juice, and it was just complete fail in my opinion. Like it didn't smell anything like it. And if some of you guys out there think it did, that's just my opinion, no big deal. But I think that they should really go back and actually just intensify the oils that they use to make this. Just add whatever, more percentage of oil to it. That's all you got to do. Just make it stronger. That's all. So I don't know why it's that hard when it comes to making fragrances. Why people make it harder on themselves. I guess it's a money thing. Maybe they try to cut corners. I don't know. But this is a good fragrance. It doesn't last very long. The sillage is good, like in the first hour maybe, but then after that it dies pretty quickly, and that's why it's a shame. It really is a shame because this thing could be just so much better. If Sorry, I got an email. I'm sorry if y'all heard that or not. Probably need to turn that off. But anyway, this thing just could be so much better if it just was a little bit stronger. But there's, I guess, sort of a maybe game changer is it the fact that I consider La Nuit de l'Homme, Night of the Man. I consider this, me personally consider this the intense version of this. I don't know if they were going. This is an EDT as well. This is an Eau de Parfum, so it's not more concentrated. All I know is that it does smell like L'Homme, but it just smells better. And this is spicier and darker and just lasts longer and smells, a lot better. So this was by the same three perfumiers. I'm assuming it's released in the same year, but it doesn't matter. I mean, just for the sake of the review, I guess I'm going to say it was 2006 as well. This is a lot more. This is a very more basic mixture of notes compared to L'Homme. This one actually only has cardamom in the base. The mid is bergamot, Virginia cedar, and lavender, and that's the mid, and then the base we have vetiver and caraway, which a lot of those are like really like cardamom and caraway seeds and this and that. Make for like the spiciness of it. I don't even know. Like I've smelled caraway seeds before, and I've smelled cardamom before, and it's just so funny how they got like this really nice. Like I love this stuff. This is like one of my favorite colognes that I own, and if you can tell, I've had this for maybe not even maybe a month, maybe 3 weeks. Look how much I've used. I love this stuff. I wear it everywhere, and it gets me so many compliments. Look how much of L'Homme I use because I was experimenting, trying this out. Almost the same exact amount of juice, maybe a mill or two difference. But this one is just everywhere. Every time I wear this one, like everyone always goes, "Man, you smell so good." I've been on dates; they say the same thing. And it's always good to wear a really nice heavy hitter or one of your favorites on a date because it leaves a memory for them to remember you by. And it's always got kind of good to do that. This one so far, I think I've been on maybe a few dates here, in the last couple of months. But every time I wear this one, and it's like, "Wow, you smell really good. Why you smell really good?" It's always, or "What are you wearing?" They'll ask me. Um, but yeah, so this one is just spicier, deeper, darker, better in my opinion than L'Homme. If you're gonna have to choose between the two, definitely go with La Nuit. This one's good if you just, like I found this bottle super cheap online. Again, I don't know why it keeps going off. I really got to turn that off. I'm really sorry about that, guys. But um, I'm going to. So this one here is going to be like super cheap online. I'll leave a link below where you guys can find it. I found this on Jet.com and I got a really good deal on it. But this, you can find a good deal on it and stuff. Not going to get into reformulation talks because a lot of people have been talking about that lately. The only kind of reformulation talks I really talk about is like stuff super old or discontinued. To me, this still smells good. I still get compliments. I don't even have an old bottle to really look at to compare it to. From what I remember, it smells the same. I'm pretty sure there's a difference. Whatever. I'm not going to get into all that because I'm right at this point. I'm just I don't have it to really do the comparison. That's a whole other video anyway. So anyway, so yeah, so La Nuit de la Homme is a lot spicier. I think they even consider this one a woody spicy. Definitely better in the fall. Definitely better in the winter nights. I wear this all day though. I wear this during the day. I wear it at night. I can pull this off in the summer, and if you don't think it's strong enough for you, if you're like one of those kind of guys like me that has to have a strong fragrance, then you might go with this one in the summer as well. To me, it's a year-round fragrance. It's good at all times, but I do like wearing this one in the fall and in the winter. It just smells really good. Good projection, good sillage. I smell it coming off me, off my neck, and that's what I like. I love getting traces after it, maybe like an hour or so later. Um, that lets me know it's still there. Sometimes, yeah, a little bit of a, olfactory fatigue or whatever, or your nose gets used to it, so you can't smell it anymore. Um, and that happens sometimes with some fragrances, but I like when I can still get a whiff of mine every now and then. And I think I did like a winter review, a top 10 winter, and I completely left this one off my list back then. So I'm talking about it now, and plus, again, I wanted to see how um, the new audio settings sounded on this computer. Um, but all in all, if you're gonna have to choose between the two, like I said before, definitely go with La Nuit de l'Homme. It's a lot better, lasts a lot longer, better performance, better sillage, more compliments. If this one was stronger, and like was more concentrated, definitely go with this one. This is a pleaser as well. It just doesn't. It just if you have this is another reason why these are so low because I keep these in my car and I leave them like right next to each other. These are the ones that I walk. If I feel like just if it's gonna be a quick meeting and whatever, maybe we're just gonna hang out with somebody for like 45 minutes to an hour. I'll put a few sprays of this one on. If I'm gonna be hanging out with somebody for longer than that, I'll put a few sprays of this one because it's obviously this one lasts longer and you want it to perform better and whatnot. Um, anyway, so yeah, so again, not going to get into reformulation talks. Don't really know too much about that. You guys can go to the forums for that or some of the groups or whatnot. If I can get my hands on a bottle of the old stuff, I'll definitely do a comparison. But as of now, La Nuit de l'Homme is a 10 on my list. If I'm gonna go back to ratings, this thing just it performs well enough for me. It's not definitely not an EDP or an intense concentrate, but definitely lasts long enough for me to enjoy it. Definitely worth the money for a designer. It's compliment getter. The ladies love this stuff. You can't go wrong with La Nuit, um, night of night of the man. So yeah. So anyway, if you guys like these, let me know in the comments. They're pretty old school fragrances. A lot of people have already tried this one already. You guys have tried these. Let me know if you like them. Let me know if you hate them. Your experiences with them. Um, yeah, thanks for all the subscriptions and for the comments and for the love. Some of the hate. Got a couple of folks out there hating on me. That's fine. I don't care. I mean, this is just a hobby. I don't make any money doing this, so we're all friends here. This is a community. No big deal. Don't take this too serious. So anyway, y'all take care of yourselves until the next video. Hopefully the audio and the video quality will be a little bit better. I know it's going to be better than the last one. So until then, y'all take care of yourselves. Bye.